Good afternoon, everybody. I am extraordinarily late posting this, because I'm extraordinarily late finishing this. Um, got distracted last night and never got around to recording the voice part, but welcome back to yet another, if I could stop with the hiccups, yet another random build challenge here in The Sims 4. Like usual, I am using SimSation's random build generator to generate this. I will link it down below. But today's build was a yellow log cabin in Glimmerbrook with the lot trait Peace and Quiet for 4 Sims with a budget of 30k. It must include a robotics workstation, a laundry room, and a basketball court. And I thought this was a really good idea, until I realized yellow is hard. But I made a family of a brother and sister, their mother, and the brother's child. And I actually kind of want to play with them one day. But I went to the only empty lot here in Glimmerbrook, and then the pain started. The build itself wasn't the hardest, I don't think. But there's not much when it comes to yellow options for, like, the outside of a house. And also not when you're going for log cabin vibes. And also, the lighting is... well, the lighting is not the best. So, I couldn't really see the color the best, so... But I spent a lot of time trying to work on the outside of this to get it to look nice-ish. Uh, but in the end, I did finally figure out how to do, like, the trims that I've always been wanting to do. I figured out that you can do it with half walls and along the roof, and they will count as a... You can put a trim on them and then put the roof over them, and it'll just look like the trim is there. So I found that to be helpful. Because I can never figure out how to get, like, beams and stuff to line up to where I want them. So I thought that was useful, and that other people might be interested. And then I spent literally, like, 20 minutes trying to find a column that matched. It didn't go. I think in the end, I went back to the first column that I had tried anyway. But, columns are hard. Almost every build I do, I end up struggling with the columns if I end up using them. And I don't know what to do about that. As things don't look good without the columns, but then none of them match. So I kept going into the gallery view to see how things actually looked from the front, because I couldn't get the lighting to work very well for me. So in the end, I just lined up every single column that I was trying and checked all the color swatches, and then decided I was going to use the same one I started with. I'm not gonna do a yellow build for quite a while. Definitely not another yellow log cabin for a very long time, because this took way too much effort and time. But the roof side of it wasn't as hard to do, and I think the layout was pretty easy. It became more of I was running out of budget towards the end than ideas. But also, I definitely set up a bit of a weird floor plan, but we're not there yet, so when we get there, I'll explain it a bit. But yeah, I've spent a good... This is at, what, 4 times speed? So, like, at least 20-30 minutes just trying to figure out the outside alone, and this is a literal box. It doesn't have bump outs or extra rooms or anything. It is a box. But I did end up putting up a chimney, because log cabin, you gotta have a fireplace. And if you're gonna have a fireplace, you have to have a chimney. And then I argued with every single door. Yellow is not a good... You can do a lot of stuff inside with yellow. There's plenty of swatches and stuff. But for outdoors, it just doesn't work. And then the windows, I wanted to match the cottage living windows. Because, I don't know, log cabin, cottage living, they line up, right? It became another, none of these match. But I do like the shutter windows. I can't remember if I actually used them, so we'll see that here in a minute. But cottage living is probably one of my favorite packs build mode wise. Well, maybe not build mode wise. I like the doors, but I do like that they brought the animals and stuff. And I feel like the cottage living architecture stuff does fit well here in Glimmerbrook because it's such a secluded foresty area. The cat was in my lap for like 5 minutes there, and I didn't realize it uh until just now. It's just 5 minutes of me staring down at the cat and petting her. The house ended up only having one bathroom, which is no, it was two bathrooms. It started out as one, which was a little bit unfortunate. That is not where that bathroom ended up being. I can't tell if I'm just remembering this wrong or not. But I definitely could have had another bathroom if we didn't have to have the laundry room. That was definitely one of the stickers of it, was needing the laundry room. And I like the idea of having a double fireplace. I know that, like, it's not actually gonna work like that in The Sims, but the idea of the fireplace being, like, it goes all the way through the wall, and it's one big fireplace, and the wall's just built around it, rather than being two separate ones on the side of the wall. That's how I was, like, designing it. Put the lot trade on. The robotics station is the one thing that just really doesn't fit. But I do like that they have the, the just chalk painted basketball courts, because those can fit in better than, the full-on courts. I did have to look up which way a basketball court faces, though, because it's been about 5 years since I've had anything to do with any kind of basketball. But oh, the roof is very messed up. Why is the roof messed up like that? I fixed that, right? There it is. I do like these, I think they're from Laundry Day, the doors they're called kitchen doors, and there's the plain ones, and then there's ones with a curtain on them. I do like those. I have been using those more lately, but I took them out. I ended up giving the grandmother the robotics station. I don't know, she gives off evil vibes. I don't remember if I gave her the evil trait. I might have. But we don't vibe with Grandma. But she does have her own half bath. If I do play with this family, we're definitely... I'm not saying we're gonna kill off Grandma, but... if we got Grandma to conveniently disappear, that would be fine. By all means. I ended up having the, grandchild and the sister. So... the guy I made in the family is, like, the main character. So, his daughter and his sister are the two kids. The sister's a teenager, and then his daughter's a kid. So, they ended up sharing a room, because I didn't think I could fit, like, two actual bedrooms that would actually have enough space and be functional. And then I like the idea of the outside walls still being the cabin walls, just painted in some areas and not in the others, depending on like whose room it was. And then I tried to use some more of the cottage living wallpaper, and overall just going for more muted yellowy tones. I do like ginger. My friend makes fun of me. Like, every time we go thrift shopping or something, if she sees anything gingham, she's like, oh no, Charlie, no, you don't need it. Um, but I can't help it. It's cute. Not as much as a wall pattern as like a clothing pattern, but I do like it. And I love the kids' customized doors, like with the chalk on the background. They're so cute. I can't. I don't. Okay, I did end up keeping that, and then I just found the matching board doors. The main bathroom does have like 3 doors, 2 or 3 doors to it. You can access it from the dad and the kid's bedroom. I think I ended up putting a door on the outside wall as well. But then the grandma's one is just... I could have made the grandma's one a fully functional bathroom. You could have used the university shower, but I don't really care for bathrooms like that. Yeah, there's the door, the third door for the bathroom. And also, I didn't feel like it would fit the vibe of an old-fashioned cabin, um, for them to, put up a shower. That's why they have the old tub and stuff. They're tried to go more for, like, older-fashioned styles, and not necessarily the most functional of things. But the country kitchen and cottage living kitchen stuff makes my heart so happy. It's adorable. I love building in The Sims. But yeah, yellow and cottage cabiny vibes don't always go well together. I want to try to do like a modern yellow or like a yellow suburban sometime next time I do a yellow build, because I feel like it'll be a lot easier to do. And I ended up setting up some knitting supplies and stuff, so knitting and cross stitch, I think, so they would have things to do. But a lot of yellow in this house. I'm like 90% sure that back chair is usable. I didn't actually test it to see if the Sims could get behind there. So all 4 of them might not be able to eat at the table at once. But since we already needed the laundry station, I figured we'd do a full laundry station. But they don't have a washing machine because they're in a cabin and they don't have the plumbing for that. They have a hand washing tub. Which, now that I think about it, we probably could have put outside, but I think I didn't because it was specified to be a laundry room. I really like the full-size cabinets. You don't really get to use them all that often, though. Especially the cottage living ones and stuff that just hang. But I do like the open cabinets and stuff. I think they add a nice amount of character to the builds. And then, yeah, can you tell? I couldn't figure out what to do for a hot minute, so... I was trying to figure out what we would, like, need in the house, so we started with just in the bathrooms, getting mirrors, and then I was like, I haven't done any lighting. And then I realized a lot of the cottage-style lighting isn't strong. Which makes sense, but it's not fun to build with when it feels like you need 6 or 7 lights just to light up one space. But it had to be old-fashioned, otherwise it wouldn't fit the vibe. Also, Grandma's bathroom. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. I think part of it is because it's so small and dim, but not a fan. I also realized that the furniture style tags aren't fully complete when I was doing this, because I was like, I know there's more. What style was this? Queen Anne, maybe? I don't remember what specific style I was using for this. Farmhouse, maybe. I think it was farmhouse. But a lot of the stuff isn't tagged properly. And I really wish they would fix that, because the tags are helpful. Not if they don't work. But there was a lot of things that I was seeing that I was like, that's so cute. And then I got annoyed that I couldn't put the stairs up into the house. I wasn't able to figure out why that wasn't working. So I ended up just turning it into a basic porch, but I was not happy that I couldn't get it to work. Because there's definitely houses where the stairs just go directly up to the door without having a porch. And I couldn't figure out why it wouldn't work. I was trying to find a train paint that would match the floor tile I had, and eventually I just gave up and used terrain paint in general to make the pathing. But I had to test every single terrain paint that kind of matched, because I wanted it to line up with the, like, drive that comes up to the house, but I couldn't because they don't give us access to the the world build items very well. But, yeah, I say but a lot. It is not a good... And then I had to stop and yell at Soup because he was trying to climb into the Minecraft shelf. And then he... Still getting up to go yell at Soup and get him to go off of the thing. Oh, yeah, he knocked all the... So I had a couple of the Minecraft slime cubes where it's like, it's a little cube of slime, and then inside of it there's a mystery figure thing. I had a couple of those, and he had one knocked over. And actually, he's a good boy, but he's a butthead. He knocked... Potato got me flowers for Valentine's Day, and he knocked the entire vase off the counter. I went downstairs, like halfway through stream yesterday, and they're just on the floor. Water everywhere, flowers everywhere. Luckily, the vase wasn't broken. I would have been really upset about that, because a friend of ours actually got us that vase, because we'd let him stay at the house for a few days, and we were just talking about different stuff that we didn't have, despite living in our house for so long. And one of the things we'd mentioned was a vase. And so he went and got me a vase before he left, and I was like, that's so sweet. In the kids' room, I tried to do a mix of yellow and pink, because I was like, the little kid likes pink. Also, one of her traits is she's a cat lover, I believe. Which is why I was going for, like, the more pet-themed, cat-themed stuff. That does remind me, one of these days I need to do, like, my first pets, like, playthrough or build thing. I don't think I've ever actually played with the rodents. I did used to have a hamster. I think I've used to talk about that way back when the channel first started. Because that's when we had Hammy. And I liked him. I like small animals. They're usually pretty good pets. And we had guinea pigs for a while too. But I don't know much about them in The Sims, other than that they can apparently kill you with, like, a fever or something. But I don't know. I decided to use curtains. I don't use curtains in most of my builds, and then I had to go back and sell a bunch of them, because I was like, I have no money. I didn't realize that I was down to less than $1,000 already. So I took most of the curtains out. And then I started looking for clutter. I gave them a TV in the dad's room. I like easels because you can get them almost anywhere. I do not like... Oh, I forgot about this. I spent so long trying to get the clock and stuff, just to get, like, clutter to float on the second mantle shelf. Or, not float. To sit on the second mantle shelf without floating. Everything would float just, like, an inch above the lower tier shelf, and it was so annoying. Eventually I just gave up. But I put in knitting stuff so they could have more skill-based things. And I think that was about it for the interior, maybe? I wanted to work on the landscaping. I also didn't change too much of the landscaping. I did give them some farm because I think... I'm pretty sure you can grow things for herbalism. And I was like, that'll be a good skill for the cabin in Glimmerbrook, I think. A lot of it was just me guessing about. I think this fits the vibe. My idea of the vibe is not always the actual vibe. But yeah, we spent a lot of time working on clutter. Clutter makes the house feel lived in. I love the art from the I can't remember what the expansion pack for Glimmerbrook is with the spellcasters. I love the art from it. Can't tell you what it is. Oh god, that's gonna bother me. Hold on, I have to look it up. I feel like a bad simmer. Sims for spellcaster. Realm of Magic! That's what it is. Ugh. I like the art from it, and some of the, like, wall decorations. I think some of the drying herbs came from that pack, too. And I do like those. I tend to enjoy rustic-style decorations, especially IRL, too, so I think a lot of that translates into builds when I do stuff like this. I did not want to give Grandma's room much stuff at all, but I wanted the other rooms to feel functional and lived in, and like a family actually enjoyed living there. And then I ran out of money. But I should open up the game so I can show y'all the final build when I get there. But I know I definitely could save money if I start using debug landscaping, but I never want to use debug landscaping because it feels just kind of cheaty to me. If you do have the money. Also, things won't center on the mantelpiece because it's got 4 slots to it. So it'll latch into one of the slightly off-center slots, and you can't center it on the fireplace. That's also annoying. Because alt placing wasn't really working. Let me boot up Sims 4 while I'm thinking about it. So I can actually, because I don't think I remembered to. Yeah, this was me playing with the mantelpieces for another, like, 10 minutes. I probably should have cut this out. But I do want to jump in and show y'all the actual build, I think. I don't think I took screenshots of it yet because I am a terrible YouTuber who forgets to do things. And I spent so long fighting with this clutter, and I'm pretty sure I ended up just deleting it because it wouldn't work. But like the cat and the dog planters are so cute. But no, it was getting really annoying that it kept snapping to the top of the fireplace if I moved it in just the wrong spot. And it was not worth it. And there you can see it's very clearly floating. Because the only options were either it floats or I drop it down the next level and then, like, its feet are clipping through the shelf itself. But that was the final build. I did end up putting it on the gallery. Just ChaiPanDuh on the gallery if you actually want any of these builds. Most of them are not download worthy, so do not recommend. But let me jump over to the actual game scene. But yeah, this is the final build. It's about as yellowy for log cabin as I could get. I love the bikes that came with cottage living too. It's so cute. In the back, outside I did keep the swing. We had to keep the basketball court, and I kept some of the garden stuff so they could have the functionality of it. Then small laundry room. The lights clipping. The lights bugging out. Oh. There. I left a ceiling light there. Oops. The kids' room, I gave the older sister a bookshelf on her desk because I had to give her something, and then the little sister got the kids' one. I should have put a plant on this other side of the bathroom. That's uneven and terrible. But, oh well, you live and you learn. Dad's room, he gets the computer. This is the paintings I was talking about with the flowers and the moons. And then Grandma's room. I put the robotics station in front of the door! Oh no! Oh no, why am I like this? Let me move that. And then the 2 living rooms. I did set it up like this, like they could be avoiding other family members. Can I fix this on the gallery? Okay, that was a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Yeah. This has been Random Build Challenge. Or, I honestly don't know how many of these I've actually done, and which order I've been recording them in, so... if you enjoy the builds, I will be linking this into a playlist of my other Sims builds. If there's any build challenges you want me to try, please let me know down in the comments. I love y'all and hope y'all have a good week. Be the dopamine you want to see in the world. See you in the next one. Bye.